future star barbershop. Log in and log out.
I think a man should have to earn a certain amount of money before actually getting involved in a serious relationship.
Well, in this day and age, yes. Because of the type of women in St.lucia and the society, you need money to start your family, go for a mortgage, to build something in a relationship. Now, it's better you economical, financial before you enter it.
How much money you think a man should have to earn to be with a woman?
Now, maybe like $2,000.
$2,000
a month, yeah, would maintain you, sustain you. Because remember, it's not just having a home, they want recreational activities and all this stuff. So you need money to cover all of that.
Bitch, better have my money.
Yes, I think a man should be employed before he gets into a relationship. I also think that women nowadays like to push on the men too much. I think it's a two-way situation. He gives, she gives. The balance is off.
You smart.
Do you think a man should have to make a certain amount of money before considering living with a woman?
Sorry. For me, questions: is the woman employed? Is she employed or is she unemployed?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, to me, it does. I mean, if she's unemployed, then yes. I mean, you can be making $800 a month and want to be, moving in with a lady or have a lady moving with you. I mean, how are you going to survive on $800 and how is she surviving on that with you?
Oh my God.
So you would advise a young person if they're making $800 to $1,000 not to take any relationship serious and move in with a woman?
That's not what I'm saying.
No, actually, would you advise?
Depends, like I said, is she employed? Is the female employed? If she's employed and she's bringing in some kind of income, then why not go for it?
Yeah, but
if you both can benefit from that.
But there are some women, even if they're working, they were still expecting you as the man to support the house.
Or they always want tips.
Well, yeah. I mean, old school teaches us that the man is should be the provider. But we're no longer in old school. Women claim independence and a whole bunch of things. Women like to make their own money now, and I actually support that. Two monies never fight.
Next question. Do you think a man should have to make a certain amount of money before being with a woman?
Yes. Ain't nobody gonna be with no broke dude. Excuse me? Waste man. Don't do that.
Damn.
How much money should a man have to make to be with a woman?
Level like at least $800.
$800.
At least.
She have money here.
Without money to buy honey, you're heading for misery. She want hair do and calado, and you ain't have nothing. Somebody will horn you. You better believe it.
Do you think a man should make a certain amount of money before thinking about being with a woman or being in a serious relationship?
That's a catchy question. I honestly believe that money should not be the first thing, but a man has to work to look after his family. So I don't think he should factor that before the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
You must work and don't be a jerk. Everybody must work.
A lot of women make it a problem when a man is unable to provide her basic needs. So if a man is not making enough money, you understand? Do you think he should be in a relationship?
Right, so in that case, that means the relationship is based on taking care of the woman. And it's not actually a relationship, but it's basically a household or something like that.
But most women looking forward for a man to look after them. Even if they're working.
That's true.
Even if a woman is working, they're still looking forward for a man to take care of them.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, they could look forward for a man to take care of them, but they have to understand there are different roles, right? Different roles in the relationship.
Yeah.
And things go hand in hand. It's just not just one side,
So the money factor shouldn't matter.
Money factor should matter.
I think a man should make a certain amount of money before being with a woman.
No.
Like to be in a serious relationship, do you think that he needs to make a certain amount of money?
No. Because he could be starting off doing something that could generate more money in a couple years or whatever. But as long as he has ambition to do something, he can go ahead to find a woman. But if you have no ambition, you're just sitting on your butt.
No, but what if he can be working but not having ambition to do anything else, and he's comfortable with his pay?
No. So don't go and look for somebody you cannot financially sustain. And not saying that a man's supposed to fully take care of a woman, but if this woman falls down today or tomorrow, she is unable to take care of herself, can you step in? As long as you cannot do that, I don't think you should look for somebody else.
Money is a problem in a lot of relationships, right? So how much money you think a man would have to earn to basically put himself in a serious relationship that he can take care of himself and his woman?
When you say money-wise, you mean like an amount?
Yeah, like a salary. How much a man should be able to make before he can actually say he's ready to be with a woman and live home with this woman?
Well, I should say probably 1,500.
Okay, 1,500. Do you think a man should have to earn a certain amount of money before being in a relationship with a woman?
Not at all, no.
So what if he's not able to take care of a woman financially?
That's not his responsibility. It's not his responsibility.
What? Oh my God!
They're two individual people that's coming together. Obviously, you're working to a vision, a bigger vision. So you have to be ambitious and try and,
Okay, but there's a lot of women who believe that it's a man's role to, that's an old tradition, right? It's a man's job to take care of, to be a provider. And there are men who can actually pay the bills, barely afford to buy groceries and pay the bills, but they're not able to treat the woman, like to buy stuff for her, do her hair. So what do you say to women like that?
That they need to do it for themselves. They shouldn't depend solely on a man. You have your own individual. You should find a way to have your own financial means, and if you're in there, you should be there for the right reasons, not for only financial reasons. So you'll have to either help build your man up and you get the money together, or you go your separate way, and otherwise you're going to be dependent on a man. So
oh my God, wow.
No.
But would it make him less of a man if he's not able to do these things?
It's not making nobody less of a man. That's the individual. At the end of the day, we all have to start from somewhere, and we have to build ourselves. So we shouldn't put some kind of expectation on a man to be something, to be a provider. We could equally say that for ourselves and be a woman and provide for ourselves. So.
Do you think a man should have to earn a certain amount of money before he could be with a woman? Like in a relationship, a serious relationship?
No, there shouldn't be a limit as to how much you earn, but you just need to be able to take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So if push comes to shove and we decide to split, you can still handle yourself. But being able to handle yourself, you must be able to handle somebody else, if that makes sense. Okay. So I think that's fair enough. Okay. There shouldn't be an amount.
Question. Do you think a man should make a certain amount of money before taking any woman serious?
No.
So what if let's say you're making $1,000 and it's not enough to take care of a woman in a relationship and start causing problem? How would you feel about that?
First of all, I don't think a relationship should be based on how much the other person making. For me, it's 50-50. You understand?
You actually believe it's 50-50?
I believe in that 100%.
Have you ever experienced 50-50?
Yes, but it's rare because in this day and age, the stigma is that a man's supposed to take care of a woman, check for a woman. Yes, in some sense it's true, but I believe that two hands should clap another one. The same way I could take care of you, you could take care of me too.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! You're doing it good, buddy. Great job.
You understand? So I strongly believe in a 50-50, and I believe that as a man, you check for your lady. As a lady, you check for your man.
But you honestly believe that a lot of men are getting a 50-50 relationship?
Nope. In this day and age, the way it is, the woman attracted to you, attracted to the woman. But if you can't do nothing for her, if you can't give her nothing, she don't want you.
Okay, so now you know that. So now you're saying that they don't have a 50-50 relationship out there, right?
Nope.
What advice would you give to a young man if he's now started working? What advice would you give him getting into a relationship?
I'll tell him save his money, but at the same time look for somebody that truly and genuinely into him and not what he have or what he could give.
Do you think a man should have to earn a certain amount of money before being in a relationship with a woman?
Definitely not.
But you know, a lot of people get in problems in relationship when the man cannot facilitate the homes anymore.
Yeah, true.
So with that factor, you don't think that a man should be able to make a certain amount of money? So if a guy is making $1,000 a month, would you advise him to get in a relationship?
A relationship is a relationship. Your salary is your salary. You work to move forward. Together we're gonna do it together. If I put 5, you put 5, we make 10. You don't have to give me the whole 10, you know?
It's about time.
I think a man should, like, would you advise a young man in today's society that don't be serious with any woman unless he's earning a certain amount of money to maintain a woman? What do you say?
I would not advise a man to earn a certain amount of money just to be for a woman. Because at the end of the day, it will be like when the other generation growing up, they'll be like, hey yo, you know something, I can't be for one because I got nothing. It makes no sense. You know, life isn't built on money. It's not built on that. It's just built on your mentality, thinking positive. That's what life is built on.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
But right now, living in a time where women, if you cannot support a woman, or basically give her the things that she requires, like helping her do her hair, you know, getting her basics in life. Even if you're paying the rent and buying the necessities like groceries, you know it can be a problem.
Let's look back way back when. Was that a necessity to go on your news?
No,
that's a necessity.
Way back is different from now.
Life has changed.
We don't have way back
women.
women.
It's changed so drastically that it's difficult for people to live now. So what are you saying right now? What do you say? The question that you asked and that's a no question. That's a no. For me, that's my opinion.
So what you'd say to a young man if he's having problems with his woman, that she's complaining that he's not able to do much for her financially?
Seriously? Well, I got nothing to say to the young man. Sometimes my advice could be good, it could be bad. It could be something. Because I don't want to be the one responsible for any young man viewing that video on YouTube right now. I don't want to be the one for responsible for their mishap or for their success. You have a brain, use it. You know right from wrong, do it. You understand? That's how I see it. Yeah.
I'm out with $1,000. You think you can get involved in a serious relationship?
You could have $5 and get involved in a serious relationship.
But you think that's actually possible in this society?
You see, there's some
$1,000 a month.
But
that's too much money.
That's too much money.
If you're cool,
it's more your mentality.
Yeah.
How you think, how you portray yourself as a young man. Because if I'm strong-minded, I don't have a job, I have no income, that does not disqualify me from being in a relationship.
Brother, we can no longer survive on green fig and saltfish. So if you are making a certain amount of money that you can barely sustain your own self, stay at your mother's home. Do not convince the people's children to move in with you. Alright? It's as simple as that. If you can barely sustain yourself or pay your electricity bill or your water bill or buy groceries at Marcy, do not advise or encourage young ladies to move in with you. Wherever they are, if they are comfortable there and you all want to see each other, leave it that way. Don't convince the person to move in with you just because you want a warm bed at night. That is my advice. That's my take.